What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com, here to tell you that the BMI is racist. That's right. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Let's find a way to be more racist. Now, a few months ago, I promised never get political, and I promise you I will never get political again. And I'm not going to get political here. I'm simply going to state facts and talk about how absurd CNN is and how absurd this article is, and also tell you that per BMI, I am morbidly obese. Obviously, I'm not morbidly obese, but I will state emphatically that I like BMI, that as a measurement of overall health for the general population, while not the definitive final answer, it helps organizations like insurance, health, etc., okay, helps them determine if one person is healthy or not. Because obesity is the real epidemic. Obesity is the real pandemic. Obesity kills more people than anything else, and it contributes to the death of people from other causes more than anything else. But of course, per CNN, because it's Juneteenth, let's talk about racism. If anybody should be against BMI, it's me. Because of BMI, I pay higher life insurance rates. Because of BMI, I pay higher health insurance rates. But, did I tell you we sell ghosts at tigerfitness.com? But this is absurd. Let me read this. This is by Meg Terrell, who's a hack from CNN, because they're all hacks. They suck. Fox News, you suck too. The media just sucks. There's an occasional good piece like that testosterone replacement therapy piece, very well balanced in NBC. I think it depends on the final editor and the actual writer, but most of the mainstream news is absolute garbage. Here it is. Doctors urge to move beyond BMI alone as a health measure. I agree. BMI should not be used alone. I agree with that. From CNN. Roughly 200 years ago, a Belgian mathematician and statistician named Adolf, his name's Adolf, that should have been a red flag, right? Quetelet, seeking to characterize normal man, observed that adults' body weight in kilograms is roughly proportional to a square of their height in meters, a measurement that came to refer to as the Quetelet Index. I'm pronouncing that really wrong, but fuck it. It wasn't until 1972 when physiologist Dr. Ansel Keys, good old Ansel Keys, proposed it as an estimate of body fat that it got more recognizable name, the body mass index, or BMI. And I assert that for the general population it is a decent correlative measure of body fat. For someone like me, I'm an outlier. I don't believe that we should shape society around pro bodybuilders. Just like I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to use that one, the whole like gender thing. No. I don't think we should base society based on outliers. I think we take a majority, and the outliers we have to make exceptions, actually look into situations to them, right? Now it's everywhere, most specifically a screening tool for obesity. A BMI of less than 18.5 is underweight. Healthy weight is up to 24.9. Overweight is 25 to 29.9. Obesity is a BMI of 30 and above. I'm well over 30. And for a metric designed to be applied broadly across the general population, it's taken an outsized significance for individuals, sometimes called a scarlet letter. It's easy to calculate and essentially costs nothing, was written in an email. This makes it very hard to replace. But a movement to shift away from BMI as a measure of individual health risk alone is gaining steam. Last week, the American Medical Association adopted a new policy on the index, noting significant limitations associated with widespread use of BMI in clinical settings and citing its historical harm and use for racist exclusion. Is bodybuilding a race now? BMI is based primarily on data collected from previous generation of non-Hispanic white populations, the AMA wrote. While significantly correlated with the amount of fat mass in the general population, like I said, it loses predictability when applied on the individual level. To some clinicians, we need to focus more on BMI for individuals is old news. Okay. Obesity, like old disease, is complex. It cannot be captured with a single measurement, she said, pointing out there are different severity levels. People with elevated BMI have no evidence of disease, typically associated with higher weight, such as hypertension, obstructive sleep apnea, and type 2 diabetes. But there are some people modestly elevated BMI, she continued, who have metabolic disorders that are potentially responsive to weight loss. Okay, let me find. Women tend to have more body fat than men. For example, and Asian people have more body fat than white people. The outright bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your outright bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the outright bar when and where you need it. Could it be because they have less muscle and move less? I mean, I don't know. I mean, go to Japan. Are these Asian people here in Japan? Japan, they're lean. They're eating friggin' sashimi all day and sushi and friggin' poke. Poke's delicious. BMI doesn't also count for where people carry fat. So, of course, this is just, you can't be that specific for populations. You have to have these measurements that sometimes suck for people like me. If you carry a lot of fat in your abdomen and around your organs or visceral fat, that's bad. If you carry fat in your hips and legs and your thighs, that's actually not that bad. That's good. So having a fat ass is good? Oh, what? This bitch is dumb. Having an apple-shaped body is much more risk factor than a pear-shaped body. What is, did Dr. Phil write this shit? And groups of people tend to carry fat differently. Black women tend to carry more body fats around the hips and thighs compared to white women. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. You know, little in the middle, but you got much back. 26, 34, 36, only if she's 5'3". You could do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't use that butt. Say your girlfriend Rosa Honda. Okay, white women who carry fat more around the waist, you know, them small butt white women, gotta hate them, risking their risk for heart disease and type 2 diabetes. So obviously white women get diabetes more, but that the statistics are actually against this. This is so... Dude, CNN, you're dumb. Like, CNN, please. You're the dumbest motherfuckers on this earth. If BMI is used to help determine life insurance rates, for example, you might have women of color have a larger body size but are metabolically healthy, get higher premiums. What about me? Obviously, I'm a black woman. I identify as a black woman. My name is, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get canceled so quick. I do not believe that BMI as a measure itself is racist, he continues. In general, it is not good science to extrapolate results from one group to another without validating the science target population. They want to do waist circumference, visceral fat body. I like that. Okay, we can measure other things, but good luck doing that among a vast population. That's going to be really hard to do. But yeah, if you can figure out a formula or a way to do that, that's great. Let's see if we got any more good stuff. So the whole lead was racism, but there's really not much in here about racism other than black women have big butts and white women have big bellies. I don't know about you, but this makes me kind of want to go date more black women. I like, dude, I'm from Inglewood, California, bro. I like ass. Like, I'm not going to say anything, but if y'all see my wife, like, booty. Yeah, booty. Like, she got booty for days. I like butts. Anyway, enough about butts. Look, man, I'm a fan of BMI. I just am. And I've had this argument many times with the good old bros on the internet. I'm just as affected by anybody. I got to pay for health insurance for my entire family, and I got to pay for life insurance for myself. I got a lot of stuff, so I got a lot of life insurance. My life insurance premiums are through the roof, even though my blood pressure is perfect. I have a 48 resting heart rate, if not lower. I have my body fat is non-existent. Perfect health, perfect everything. My BMI is through the roof, so I'm punished for it. I'm a non-smoker. I don't do recreational drugs, yet I'm penalized for it because I have a high BMI. But I understand that as a society, we have to have these general guidelines, right? But the fact that instead of saying, hey, certain people like bodybuilders are getting screwed, we should find a better way, CNN is clickbait bullshit. Going to racism and BMI, that's clickbait. That's just trying to divide the population. I hate that. And science has become a weapon. Science was weaponized during the pandemic, and science is being weaponized now. Why? Because it divides us as people. We need to talk about is how to make people healthier. You want to talk about the black population. You want to talk about the black community. Let's talk about how there's a high occurrence of type 2 diabetes in the black community. Let's talk about how there's a high prevalence of heart disease in the black communities. There's a lot of genetic factors, but let's talk about why there's a obesity rate through the roof in the black community. For that matter, why is obesity through the roof in every community other than the Amish community in the United States of America? No, But we're going to go ahead and print an article that being fat is racist, and you're fat and you're racist and you're this. I'm so confused right now. They're making links to shit that doesn't make sense. Look, I agree. I'm the first one to argue there is still systemic racism in some places. I'm the first one to argue that that America's done some bad stuff. I am the most leftist, purported conservative that you'll ever find. I'm basically a 90s Democrat. I'll argue these facts all day long. The bottom line is, going out there and creating racism out of shit that isn't racist, that's just stupid. And it actually minimizes actual racism. If we keep calling everything fucking racist, when shit that's racist actually occurs, we won't even know what happened. It's like the little boy that cried wolf. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit if you're black, white, Asian, Mexican. I don't care if you're Honduran. I don't care if you're Canadian. Well, maybe Canadian. You got to be careful with those Canadians. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're Australian, New Zealand. I don't care where the fuck you're from. I just want you to be healthy and live long. At the end of the day, man, we all bleed red. Okay? At the end of the day, we all have DNA that unless you're a biologist or whatever the fuck you are and look under the microscope, we can't tell each other apart. You look at it, we're humans. We're fucking humans. Separated by something stupid like melanin and pigment. Who gives a fuck? This is bullshit, CNN. This is bullshit. CNN, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is why your ratings are down. This is why CNN Plus failed, because you're a bunch of fucking race-baiting hacks. That's not a game. I used to have to go through dozens of bottles of vitamins, of supplements, just to get what I need. Look, I'm busy. I'm running multiple businesses. I'm coaching. I'm a professional bodybuilder getting ready for my first pro show. I don't have time to sit there and do all that. I gotta go. I'm on the go all the time. That is why I created MTS Nutrition Immortal. Here's how they look. This replaces dozens of bottles of supplements. So let me tell you exactly what this has. It has probiotics, greens, liver detox, joint support, cardiovascular support, and the most complete multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement ever created. If you have a busy life or you simply want more time to do the things you love and be able to travel by just taking one simple little pack with you, Immortal's for you.